getting bust out by the Putin. The P. He pushing that P on her. He pushing that P, that Putin P. What's going on, y'all? Gotta motivate. Back in this thing. Why is it on your face? Back in this thing again with another video. And today, man, we're reacting to I've been preached once again. And this one right here is her love poem to Putin. Hollywood is delusional, and we got a Karen here thinking that she can change Putin's mind about everything. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Ukrainian conflict down in the comments below, man. Do you care? Are you like, man, what the hell? Or are you like, man, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Do you have any special details that you can give to it? I think it's a pretty dumb conflict. I think they're just doing it for no reason. I think Putin's just trying to flex his white guy muscle. And then the Ukrainian white guys are like, we want our muscle too. Show us our muscle. That's what I think. So now they're gonna try to drag everybody into it. It's like, bro, I don't want to fight for y'all.
No comment.
That's all I got. No comment. That's all I got for y'all. Let's get it.
Today's topic, since you want to talk about Ukraine.
I don't. Oh, yeah, I was about to propose you that video. I was about to propose, bro, I was about to propose you that video.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light.
Stop. This is not how the human brain functions. There's some people that have been having some crappy lives, crappy mothers, crappy fathers. They became amazing human beings. And there are some people that had everything they needed in the world. Two loving parents. What they become? Crackheads. Not crackheads like crackheads. Fuck, I'm not talking about fucked up. Like, not even just crackhead. Crackhead is a thing. But I'm talking about.
What do you think about that? You think that's real?
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
I do feel like though what's the word they use? What family? Your
immediate family?
Yeah, I don't know the English word, but like your original family, the family
your immediate family.
Immediate family?
Yeah.
Immediate family is like the one that gives you the most impact as a child growing up, right? So it's like, yeah, so if something happened to you during that time, you definitely effed up.
Yeah.
And then it can trigger something later on in life. You know?
Right.
But
I agree with what he said too.
But it's like but it's not just always like kids born or raised in single family parent, like, or like in a unhappy childhood will always become effed up. It's not like a given thing. So
yeah, and I think like I was talking to when I was talking to Elijah and Buck today on the stream, we were talking about people who are entitled, and I think that's the kind of parents, like you have two parents that are loving you and they're overly, they spoil you too much and you become entitled, and I think you become a shit person.
Right.
And I think about a great example of that.
School shooters.
Yeah. Elliot Rodger, like, yeah, he probably had a solid foundation at home. He's just a sorry sucker. And then you got Toxic T. Toxic T is a great example.
Who's toxic?
Come on, man. Yep, Toxic T. Great example. You acting like a trash ass Karen, but you got these two parents that did everything for you. You don't fought the cops. You think you should do this. You want to hit this. You want to do that. You're a garbage person. But yeah, that's a good example.
But I do feel like, because I was raised in a very loving, happy family, right?
Yeah. Two
parents, and then I felt like one thing I realized is I'm very sympathetic.
Yeah, it has to have some balance to it. I think it's like you spare the rod, spoil the child. I think you should be loving to your kid and everything like that. But they don't get everything they want to get, and they don't get to act every way they want to act. If something doesn't go their way, you can't just be like, "Oh, son, honey, it's okay." Nah. Right. You gotta let them know that just things don't go your way all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't deserve it.
Yeah, I got beat up if I was behaving badly. So.
You make it sound worse. You got beat up. Say you got a whooping.
Okay, spanked.
Yeah, you got spanked.
Not like.
Yeah, you make it sound like your parents had you in a corner as a punching bag, like, you just get welled on. Let's get it.
Nah, they became fucked up.
Yo, shout out to white women.
Thinking you're gonna change the world with your love.
Why are we the only ones who fucking see a dictator thinking about inflicting genocide? Be like, if he were just held as a baby.
And I think this is part of the first argument he made to people with two loving parents and or being over entitled. Like, I think this lady kind of she's kind of like an over entitled Karen in a way. Like, you think that you have that much influence that you can go, that you should be making a poem and all this, and everybody should agree with you, and Putin should just lie down his arms. I mean, yeah, he should lie down his arms because it's a stupid ass reason, but yeah.
But I feel like a lot of women are like that. It's like we all felt like, oh, he's behaving a certain way, like to a guy, right? It's because this guy lacks love growing up, or he didn't experience love, you know, as a grown man or whatever it is. So we're gonna love him all we could, and we're gonna change him. Like women, a lot of women have this kind of mindset.
Basically, it's a dummy mission for everybody, all the women go on dummy missions.
Yeah, like even I was like that at one
fool's
point.
errand.
Yeah, because it's just like, also guys make these kind of excuses, right? Especially in a relationship, they would be like, oh, I'm acting this way because blah blah blah, and then of course, if you love that person, you're gonna try to make things work. So you're gonna be like, oh, that's the reason why. You find excuses for him.
I don't think you should, man. I think after a certain age, if a man hasn't developed a certain way, I think he's kind of stuck in his ways, and he's gonna have to really change in order to get there. And I think, if he shows you some craziness, and then he does it again a little bit later, ladies, you need to go on kick him. Go on, kick them, and then likewise, fellas, kick her.
Yeah, it's like if they have their issues because of their childhood, they need a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, like you're not the one that's supposed to complete them if they're incomplete in the first place. They gotta deal with their problems first before they find the other half. It's just like,
let's get it.
Imagine what she's saying. She looks at Putin, she's like, oh, look at this man. If only I had breastfed him. Yeah. Have a little bit of titty.
Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been
This is
warm.
corny.
So much magic.
See, my issue with white women saying stuff like this is like, bitch, you breed school shooters. All these warm embraces that you was talking about, but you out here making school shooters. Huh? What happened?
Come on now, B.
If I could have held you in my arms the way we would have stopped each other from bearing arms under the beautiful night sky, you would have known that your eyes in the pie. Please understand that you are loved. The way that you are hugged, I will show you a warm embrace. Make sure that you will never have to brace for war. Stop.
okay, rate that out of 10.
I'm just gonna give him 11.
Okay.
But, I guess I got a question, man. So he said that y'all be breeding school shooters. Why do y'all think that in the black community we have never had any school shooters? Answer that question. I'm just wondering it because I'm just thinking about like we never have really had it. I think down here in Atlanta, some dude was he was on some kind of Oreo cookie type shit. So he walked into the Publix strapped up, but he didn't really want to do it. Obviously, if you walk into the Publix with your gun out and you go into the bathroom, you don't think everybody's gonna call the police and be like, "Hey, get him!" So I don't think he really wanted to do it. But why do y'all think that we haven't had that like that? Like, well, we haven't had any. Why do y'all think we haven't had any? And it's just they have everything. I think it's again comes back to entitlement. I think that they raised him well, but then they also gave him that extra $500 he wanted because he wanted to go get an RV truck, or else he would have yelled, "I want that RV truck, Dad!" And then you gave it to him, and now he think he can just get whatever he wants, and now he can't get the girl, and this girl dumped him too, and then this girl didn't want him either, and now he's like, "I hate everybody." So that's what I think. It's entitlement.
Yeah. Because I think when most people, like, even if they're engaged in some kind of, like, you know, shootings or criminal activity, it's always, like, personal, right? It's like, you did something to me, so I want to revenge. Or, like, I thought you were trying to hurt me, so I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah. It's always one-on-one, right? But, like, if it's, like, school shooting, it's like, you're just mad for no reason. Like, you just want to hurt people for no reason that did nothing to you. Right.
Yeah, we obviously have our problems in our community with our, with our crime and everything, but I'm just thinking about this particular type of thing where you think you should be able to take it out on everybody because you're an a-hole and because you was a beta male. Let's go.
Stop all the fighting. The conflict is bad. No, I do not want to see any more of the children sad. Boy, my boy Putin, I love you. Son, I want you to know that you will always be loved. What am I saying, bro? What is this?
She filmed that shit, and then she was like, I'ma post that shit.
You know what this is like?
I'ma change the world. Yo, elle pense vraiment qu'elle a dit quelque chose.
Yeah. This is like when people posted that black square for Black Lives Matter. This is a cringe.
the stain, the soul-stealing pain.
What did y'all think about the black square for the Black Lives Matter? Did y'all think it was cringe? Or you just like, man, I'm doing it because I feel like it needs to be done. Or you just feel like, I don't care. I was in there like I didn't really care because I feel like it wasn't going to do anything.
I went back to China and I wasn't on Instagram for a good month.
Yeah.
And when I found out about it, it was already passed, and I was like, should I post it now? Like, nah.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't post it. I'm glad you didn't post it. Yeah, because I would have been a little cringe. I do kind of think it's like a little cringe. Like, it's like, yeah, I understand that you're kind of showing that you're bunking with us and booming and bunking with us, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you ain't really doing nothing for real. You can't do nothing. This is not going to change anything. All right.
No, but it's more like making a statement, like, because if you're a black person, by default, you're with it, right? You think Black Lives Matter, of course, but it's like, it's more like for people that are white or Hispanic or Asian, you know, it's like, if we're posting it, it means we're with y'all. Like, we agree with this. We're not like one of the Trump's people that think, you know.
Okay. All right. That makes it more understandable. Let's get it.
That the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught that you lived in a cruel, unjust world. Is this why you now decide
she's
no
pretty
one
though.
will get the best of you?
I like her hair.
She's still a Karen.
Is this why you do not hide nor away shy from taking back the world? Was it because so early in life all that strife wrapped your little body with fear? If I was your mother, if the
I don't think she wants to be his mother. I think she wants to be his wife.
I don't know what the hell she wants, man. But she gives me the lady at Whole Foods that complains because somebody used the spoon that had the meat in it. They use it on a vegetables plate at the hot bar.
Yeah, if they're allergic to that, I understand. But if they're just like,
if they just like, you don't do that. Then it's like, bro, shut the hell up, bro. You know, one time I had seen a dude do that. So it was a gay dude. The old lady was an old lady. She was scooping up the thing. I guess she wasn't really seeing where she was. She didn't know where she was. She was picking up the meat. Then she came back, and then I guess she used the same spoon for something that was like kind of vegetable. Yeah. And the gay dude slapped her hand, like, and then the son was right there. Yeah. And guess what? Son punched him out. Oh. Son punched him out. Do you think that the gay dude deserved to be punched out, or do you think that?
Because I want to know, because I was thinking about it, right? Because a lot of people use those spoons to get food, right? Yeah. And you don't know why they're getting the vegetarian option, because they could be allergic to certain things, or because of their religious belief they don't eat meat. Yeah. So it's kind of rude if you are so inconsiderate. You're just like, I don't care. I eat both meat and vegetable. I'm just gonna mix it up. Yeah. And
I agree. It was inconsiderate and stupid on the old lady's part, but then also on his part, it wasn't his religion. I believe he just said something like, when you're vegan, you don't mix it with this.
No, I just feel like it's like if he was carrying out for other people, it's a good gesture, but instead of just like, doing
that's where he messed up.
He could like just like tell her. And then pick up the spoon, go to someone that works at Whole Foods and be like, please switch this out.
But that's that entitlement, that two-parent entitlement. That W entitlement.
But also the son, for punching the guy out, he was doing too much.
He was doing too much.
Yeah.
He was doing too much.
The world was cold. I'd have died to make you warm. I'd have died to protect you from the unjust, the violence, the terror, the uncertainty. I would have died to give you life. Oh, dear Mr. President Putin, if only I'd been your mother.
This is cringe.
I feel like she's being sarcastic.
The torture of unwritten youth would not within your heart imbue a ascription to such fealty against that world that you thought was so cruel. Perhaps you would.
But you know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of like We Are the World with all the Hollywood act.
One thing I want to say is, I feel like a lot of people, they don't really watch news like that, but they follow like Instagram, right? And they see certain posts and they don't do no research about why the war started, right? Ins and outs of it, the history and everything. They would just be like, oh, we're condemning this. We're like, they just like easily led by the social media. Of course, we saw those videos of babies, getting hurt, or like all those refugees looking for shelters. we feel sorry for them. But it's like at the end of the day, I think it's this decision that one president made or two presidents made together. You know, it's a chain reaction to a lot of things, and I just feel like people need to, if you feel so strongly about one side or about certain things, you need to actually look into it. And also, it's like there's so many wars going on throughout the world.
Right.
It's not just in Ukraine.
That's what annoys me about that. Like all these little white people and all these black people are the worst. Like they're sitting there like you're perfect for the Ukrainians. Like bro, like stuff's not even right here for you. So I don't understand what you're doing. I mean, I do understand. Like I care about. I mean, I do care about humans being able to live a regular life and everything. But you have problems here already, and then also in Africa there's constant wars and all this kind of stuff. And you ain't saying, oh, you're perfect, they're perfect, they're perfect, they're perfect. And then coming back after I saw that clip of them.
You know why they don't pray for those people in Africa?
Why?
Because there's no media exposure. No, there's no media exposure.
Yeah.
And they just don't know about it, don't hear about it. They were just like, okay, scrolling through all those like funny, silly videos.
Yeah.
Like they only feel, and they like think about it. So many people said like pray for Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, like I'm gonna join the army to help you guys. But are they doing anything? No. It's easy for them to say, to type, to repost, but they're not really doing shit.
Yeah. I saw those clips today of them holding all the black people back from getting on the trains to escape Ukraine and telling them to get out the houses and everything. And now I'm like, huh?
Black girl go, they're pushing her, they're not letting her go, they're not letting her go. Is it right? Is it right? They're not letting the black girl go. 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 They're not letting the black.
Did you see that move? You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you check the source of that video?
It was on the Instagram video.
Okay, so I also feel like a lot of times we see clips of stuff.
No, it's a clip. And,
Yeah.
and they're pushing the people back visibly.
No, but it's like you don't know when it took place. If it took place like 2 years ago, if it took place right like yesterday when they were trying to, you know.
Come on, man.
It's like
that's all I gotta say.
No,
Come on, son.
I'm just saying
Come
that's
on,
that's how easily
Come on,
people
son.
are on Instagram or on those social media platforms. They
Come on,
just
son.
saw like a clip and they're mad. They're like first of all they saw all those people, right? And they're like, oh, we care about them, we pray for them. And then they saw this clip about like black people being pushed off the train, and then they'd be like, oh, fuck those Ukrainian people, we don't care about
Come on,
them.
son.
But you don't know the background of the story. That's how
I
easy.
see enough. That's all I
how
gotta do is see
easy
the
it
action.
is for
all
the
I gotta
social
do is see the
media.
action. I don't need to see the background. And they say that half of their military is made up of Dub S guys, neo-Nazis.
Who said that?
Everybody's been saying
that's proven true.
Yeah,
because
so-
when they were having the riot in Hong Kong, those people actually showed up and they had those little like
I know.
so it's like
So yeah.
That's why I'm like, when you're supporting certain side, check all of your facts. Don't just be like looking at those babies' picture and then you'll be like, oh, I'm with this or I'm with that, because sometimes there's certain layers to things.
Yeah. I mean, all the innocent people and stuff, I am for them. But all y'all, and then even on the Russian side, yeah, y'all little sociopath people out there. You got the guy with the parachute talking about some he's ready to go ahead and kill him a couple. He's making a TikTok on it while he's coming down on the parachute. So, you guys are okay. You guys are okay. That's how I feel about it.
You lost me on that parachute part.
There was a guy on a parachute, a Russian soldier. He was getting dropped down in his parachute. He made a TikTok because he was excited to go to war and kill some people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, U.S. is the only country that's allowed to invade other countries, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's trash. I think we put our business where we don't need to. We don't need it. We don't have nothing to do with this. I mean, I guess the oil and all that we got something to do with that, but we ain't got nothing to do with that. The whole Iraq and our Middle East thing, we ain't got nothing to do with that. But we want to get into it. Well, not us, the guys at the top, the white guys. They want to drag everybody else into it and then treat us like trash. Let's get it.
It's that same level of cringe. These people are just disconnected. Right? They're so in their art bubble and everyone's been jerking them off saying you're the hottest shit since sliced bread. I remember, I've seen her in this TV show. I think it's like Beverly Hills 90210. I think so, something like that, right? And It's just like when you grow up, when you work on these kinds of sets, you get like an Instagram following, you get a following, everybody telling you you're wonderful, you go to press events, everyone's giving you cake, everyone's showing you so much love, and so you start to buy into your own hype. You think like beyond acting, you're an amazing person as well, right? Because people sign you up, oh, we're doing this campaign where we're going to save all the cheetahs. Would you like to join? I'd love to lend my voice to your campaign. Let's make a change.
I'm a good person. Yo,
Thanks.
I don't know about that person. I don't know that person. Most as human beings, all right. It's like, you know what my favorite thing to say when people come up to me and they flip out. You know what my favorite thing is?
What?
I ain't shit. Calm down.
That's it.
Calm down.
These people are just out of touch, bro.
Calm down.
They made us.
I love you so much. No, bitch, that's a lie. You love the idea of me. You don't know me.
Facts.
Okay? Stop. I ain't shit. I'm just a human fucking being. Okay?
Human?
If you keep this shit up, I could slap you the fuck right now. Stop.
But I think your problem is that if she was your mother, you wouldn't be coming with so much aggression. I understand the passion that you come with the succession of thoughts and the words.
Stop.
You say stop, but when are you going to say go? Stop, drop, and roll. The way that we stay with the issues.
But if I was your mother, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Fuck.
I think it's a strong reflection of how out of touch the elite and the media are from the regular person, right? Especially these folks out in Hollywood or these folks that are living the arts and making all this money. They just lose touch with what people go through, right? That's why they think if they take a picture of themselves feeding some homeless dude with a sandwich, they've done a real change, right? Or they sing "We Are the World" when shit's going on, and they think like, oh, this is what we needed. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a reflection of that, and that's why I cringe so hard when this happened. But you're never going to stop seeing this, because so long as people live in their bubbles and they're told their opinions are important, they're always going to give takes that are out of touch.
This is the equivalent.
What do you think about that? I think it's real. I think celebrities do live in a skewed reality. Look at Cam Newton. He's talking about it's okay to cheat on folks. I think it's also partly him trash, but I think at the same time it's him living in a skewed reality as a celebrity. I think celebrities do quite often live in skewed realities.
Do you blame them though?
Who else's fault is it?
Because it's like, even if you want to have a regular human being's life, right? Think about all those paparazzi and those crazy fans. Like, you just can be normal again.
I don't know. That's up to you to not let it get to your head. So I do blame them then.
It's like you're walking down the street and they're just like dozens of cameras.
What's that got to do with you being out of touch?
It's like you have to watch every step that you took. You have to watch every sentence that you say out of your mouth. You can't have a normal life anymore.
So that means
you are going to be out of touch. Yes. Like, you can't be a real person anymore, because anything you say, like, like right now we can say whatever we want, right? On camera, off camera, but it's like, oh, maybe not too much on camera. We have to think about it, right? But it's like, if you're a celebrity, it's like, yeah, you have to say everything politically correct, or else you're gonna get canceled. Like, there's like so many things you have to think about. You can't be real anymore. Even if you think like this, you have to behave or act certain ways, because this is how the society expects you to behave.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the way that she just said that, or anything the way that Cam Newton thinks. She did this because she thought she was that one. He said that because he thought, oh yeah, I was saying something so profound. It's not like, oh yeah, what do you think about the black people being incarcerated at higher rates or being killed or something like that, and then they gotta say some politically correct answer. That'd be different.
Oh, is she a celebrity?
I guess I don't know who the hell she is.
So I felt like maybe if she was being sarcastic by making that poem, it makes sense, because she kept on saying, if I were your mom, like insinuating that he didn't have a good education or something, and like home education. So it's like, I could get it a little bit, but it's like, if she was actually being sincere about it, then nah.
Yeah, maybe she want to be one of his concubines.
I don't think he has concubines.
Getting bust out by the Putin. The P. He pushing that P on her. He pushing that P, that Putin P. That Putin P.
He's 70 years old though, and he still looks like he's like 40, 50 something.
Oh, he does not. He looks 80.
No, he looks way younger than Biden.
He looks 60. Biden looks like shit. Putin doesn't look good though. Putin probably looks 60. Yeah. He doesn't look great. But yeah, I understand what you mean. He looks much more capable than Biden ever
Yeah,
was.
like very sharp.
Yeah, he looks more sharp by far. You're right. Yeah, Biden's like senile and stuff. But anyway, man, yeah, what did you guys think about that, man? If that lady were your mother, how would your life turn out, man? Would you be the ultimate millionaire, amazing ladies man, woman, extraordinaire, whatever? Yeah, let us know down in the comments below. How you think you would have turned out if that was your mom?
Oh, I would be definitely taking advantage of her.
How would you be taking advantage of her? Tell me how you do it.
I would be like I'd be probably like exploring life and making her pay for it because she will gladly do it.
I'm gonna go on like a 6-month white guy trip. Like, you know how like you'll ask them like, oh yeah, so where'd you go? I went to South Africa. Oh, how long did you stay, bro? It must have been a cool 2 weeks. Ha! Hey, you're funny. 6 months.
No, that's very real because a lot of people I went to school with, right? They took gap year and they just took it for a year off and they're just like traveling because they don't know what to do with life next. So yeah.
Nah, well, that's crazy. You got that much money in free time. That's crazy.
Right.
But anyway, man, yeah, y'all let us know, man, how would you fare if that lady was your mother? You watched up to this point. Thank you for watching. Go and subscribe now. And yeah, have a great day and we'll see you next time.